A major and dangerous winter weather event is taking shape across the central and eastern United States, and this is going to bring significant impacts that you need to be aware of and prepared for starting today. We are looking at life-threatening cold, the coldest of the season so far, combined with multiple rounds of snow that are going to create hazardous conditions across a massive area. This is a serious weather situation developing over the next 72 hours that requires your immediate attention and preparation. This weather event will affect over 60 million people from the northern plains all the way through the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and into parts of the Northeast. We are talking about temperatures that could drop to dangerous -30 degrees in some locations. We are talking about wind chills that could reach -50 degrees, which is life-threatening if you are not prepared. We are talking about snow accumulations of 4 to 8 inches in some areas from not just one, but 2 separate clipper systems. And we are talking about travel that becomes extremely difficult and dangerous at times across major interstate highways. The timeline on this starts today, Thursday afternoon, and runs through Sunday morning. The most critical and dangerous period will be Saturday night into Sunday morning, when we see the coldest temperatures and most extreme wind chills. That gives you today, Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday, to prepare. These are your action days. This is when you need to get supplies, check your heating system, and make sure you are ready for what is coming. In this forecast, I am going to walk you through the complete timeline, hour by hour, so you know when conditions deteriorate in your area, break down the temperatures city by city so you can plan accordingly, give you the snow totals for your specific location, and provide you with the specific steps you need to take to stay safe. Let's get into it. Right now, as we speak, Thursday morning, we already have below-average temperatures across much of the northern tier of the United States. But what we are experiencing right now is mild compared to what is coming. A massive dome of Arctic high pressure is building across western Canada and Alaska, and over the next several days, this high pressure is going to sink south and allow brutally cold air to spill into the United States. This is classic Arctic outbreak setup, and it is textbook. At the same time, we have a series of fast-moving, low-pressure systems, what we call clippers, that are going to ride along the jet stream and bring waves of accumulating snow. These are not big nor'easter-type storms. These are quick-hitting systems with narrow but intense bands of snow. The problem with clippers is they move fast and can catch people off guard. You might have clear skies in the morning and 4 inches of snow by evening. That is the nature of these systems and why we are emphasizing you need to pay attention to the timing. What makes this pattern particularly concerning is everything happening at once. We get snow that makes travel hazardous. Then we get the extreme cold moving in right behind the snow. Then we get strong winds that create blowing and drifting snow, plus dangerous wind chills. It is the combination of all these factors that makes this a significant weather event, not just one of them individually. Let me walk you through exactly when this impacts your area, starting with today and going through the weekend. This timeline is critical for planning the next several days. Today, Thursday, starting around 3 p.m. this afternoon, our first clipper system begins to develop snow across the northern plains. By 4 p.m., we have snow breaking out in South Dakota. Bismarck will see snow developing by mid-afternoon. By 5 p.m. Thursday, this snow band is intensifying and spreading east into Iowa. Sioux City will be seeing moderate snow by this time. Des Moines will see snow arriving around 6 p.m. By 7 p.m. Thursday evening, we hit the peak intensity of this first clipper. The heaviest snow at this time will be from eastern Iowa through Illinois. Cedar Rapids will be seeing heavy snow. Springfield, Illinois will be getting hit hard. Peoria will be in the thick of it. Snowfall rates during this time could reach 1 inch per hour in the heaviest band. If you live in this corridor and you have evening plans, you need to either leave early before the snow arrives or postpone until Friday. By 10 p.m. Thursday night, that band of heavy snow shifts further east into Indiana and Kentucky. Indianapolis will be seeing the heaviest snow around this time. Fort Wayne will be getting hit. Bloomington, Indiana will see heavy snow. Further south, Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky will start seeing moderate to heavy snow develop. Come 1 a.m. Friday morning, the heavy snow is now focused across southern Ohio, eastern Kentucky, and West Virginia. Cincinnati will be in the heavy snow during the overnight hours. Dayton will be seeing accumulating snow. Charleston, West Virginia will see the snow ramping up. This is important for anyone with an early Friday morning commute in these areas. You will be driving on snow-covered roads. By 7 a.m. Friday morning, this first clipper is winding down. The heavy snow has ended, but light snow and flurries continue across West Virginia and Virginia. The main impact Friday morning will be dealing with the snow that fell overnight. Roads will be slick. Some areas will have several inches on the ground that need to be cleared. By early Friday afternoon around 2 p.m., the first clipper is done and we have a break in the action. But this break does not last long. While our first system exits, clipper number 2 is already developing in Montana and heading our way. By Friday evening around 6 p.m., we already have snow from this second clipper falling heavily in Montana. Rapid City, South Dakota will see snow developing Friday night. This system is taking almost the same track as the first one, which means areas that got hit Thursday night are about to get hit again. Now we move into Saturday, and Saturday is when this second clipper really cranks up. Picture here is 1 p.m. Saturday afternoon. This is the peak of the second clipper system. We have a powerful band of snow from Iowa through Illinois, Indiana, and into Ohio. Des Moines will be getting hit with heavy snow right in the middle of the day Saturday. Chicago will finally see accumulating snow from this second system. Rockford, Illinois will be in heavy snow. Indianapolis gets hit again with another round. Dayton gets hit again. Fort Wayne gets another round of snow. This timing is particularly problematic because it is Saturday afternoon when a lot of people are out running errands, shopping, or traveling. Visibility will drop significantly. Roads will become snow-covered quickly despite plowing efforts. This is when we are going to see the most travel problems from the snow. By Saturday evening around 6 p.m., this second clipper continues pushing east and south. Columbus, Ohio will be seeing heavy snow Saturday evening. The snow spreads into Pennsylvania. Even areas further south in the mid-Atlantic start seeing accumulating snow from this system. The second clipper actually has a bit more punch and reaches a bit further south than the first one did. As we go into Saturday night, the snow finally begins to taper off and end. But Saturday night is when the other part of this story really takes over. The extreme cold. Saturday night into Sunday morning is when we see temperatures absolutely crash and wind chills become dangerous and life-threatening. Now let's talk about just how cold it is going to get, because this is serious, and this is where the life-threatening aspect of this event really comes into focus. We need to talk about actual air temperatures first, then we will discuss wind chills separately because that is an additional danger. Starting with Friday morning, December 12th, we already have cold air in place. Minneapolis Friday morning will be around 5 degrees. That is cold, but not extreme. Fargo around 0, Bismarck around -5 degrees. Duluth near 0. As we move south, Chicago Friday morning around 15 degrees. Milwaukee around 10. Des Moines around 10. Indianapolis around 20 degrees. These temperatures are cold and below average, but manageable if you dress appropriately. Saturday morning, December 13th, the cold intensifies significantly. Minneapolis Saturday morning drops to dangerous -10 degrees. Fargo plunges to -20 degrees. Bismarck hits -25 degrees. Duluth drops to -15. Rapid City, South Dakota, -20. Sioux Falls, -20. These are dangerous actual air temperatures. This is cold, where exposed skin can get frostbite in under 30 minutes. Chicago Saturday morning will be near 0 degrees. Milwaukee drops to -5. Green Bay hits -10. Madison, Wisconsin, -10. Indianapolis, Saturday morning, around 10 degrees. Fort Wayne, around 5. Louisville, around 15 degrees. Sunday morning, December 14th, is when we hit absolute peak cold. This is the morning where the bottom falls out of the thermometer. Bismarck, North Dakota could wake up to life-threatening -30 degrees. Let me repeat that. -30 degrees actual air temperature. Fargo could hit -25 degrees. Minneapolis could see -15 degrees. Duluth, -20 degrees. Aberdeen, South Dakota, -25. Pierre, South Dakota, -25. These are temperatures we rarely see, even in the depths of winter. This is dangerous, life-threatening cold. Even well south of the coldest air, temperatures will be extreme. Des Moines Sunday morning could hit -15 degrees. Omaha, Nebraska, -10. Sioux City, Iowa, -15. Chicago Sunday morning around -10 degrees. Milwaukee, -10. Green Bay, -15. Madison, -15. Rockford, Illinois, -10. Indianapolis could see 0 degrees. Fort Wayne, 0 degrees. Dayton, around 5 degrees. Columbus, around 5 degrees. Cincinnati, around 10 degrees. We are talking about 0 degrees reaching all the way down to central Indiana and southern Illinois. Louisville, Kentucky could be near 0 degrees Sunday morning. Even further south, where they do not typically prepare for this kind of cold, we will see significant impacts. Nashville, Tennessee could be around 15 degrees. Evansville, Indiana, near 0. Paducah, Kentucky, near 5 degrees. Springfield, Missouri, around 5 degrees. The cold reaches a long way south with this outbreak. The only place that escapes this dangerous cold is the southern tip of Florida, where temperatures will still be in the 70s. But from the Rockies to the East Coast and from the Canadian border down to the Gulf states, everyone is dealing with well below average temperatures, with the most extreme and dangerous cold focus across the northern plains and upper Midwest. Now, here is where it gets even more dangerous. We need to talk about wind chills, because when you add wind to these already dangerous temperatures, it becomes life-threatening very quickly. Wind chill is what the temperature feels like on exposed skin when you factor in the wind. The wind strips away the thin layer of warm air next to your skin and accelerates heat loss from your body. With the wind chills we are forecasting for Saturday night into Sunday morning, frostbite can develop in minutes, not hours. Saturday night into Sunday morning, wind chills across the northern plains are going to be brutal and life-threatening. Bismarck, North Dakota wind chills could plunge to negative 50 degrees. Negative 50. That is not a typo. Fargo wind chills could reach negative 45 to negative 50 degrees. At these wind chills, frostbite develops in under 5 minutes on any exposed skin. Minneapolis wind chills Saturday night could drop to negative 35 to negative 40 degrees. Duluth, negative 40 degrees. Aberdeen, negative 45. Rapid City, negative 40. Sioux Falls, negative 40. Even areas south of the worst cold will see dangerous wind chills. Des Moines wind chills could reach negative 25 to negative 30 degrees. Omaha, negative 25. Chicago wind chills around negative 15 to negative 20 degrees. Milwaukee, negative 25. Green Bay, negative 30. Madison, negative 30. Indianapolis wind chills could drop to negative 10 to negative 15 degrees. Cincinnati, negative 5 to negative 10. These are dangerous, potentially life-threatening wind chills that require serious precautions. With wind chills in the negative 30 to negative 50 range, frostbite can occur in under 10 minutes across most of the upper Midwest, and in the coldest spots we are talking about 5 minutes or less before frostbite begins to develop. This is not cold you can mess around with. This is not cold where you can just throw on a jacket and be fine. If you have to go outside during this time, and I mean have to, not want to, you must cover every single inch of exposed skin. Wear multiple layers, starting with a moisture-wicking base layer, add an insulating middle layer like fleece, and top it with a windproof and waterproof outer shell. Wear insulated winter gloves, not just regular gloves. Wear a winter hat that covers your ears completely. Use a scarf or face mask to protect your face, nose, and mouth. Limit time outdoors to only essential activities and try to take warming breaks indoors every 10 to 15 minutes if you must be outside for extended periods. This cold is particularly dangerous for certain groups of people. If you work outside, you need to take extra precautions and take frequent warming breaks. If you rely on public transportation and have to wait outside for a bus, plan ahead and have a way to stay warm. Children playing outside need close supervision and should not be out for extended periods. Elderly individuals whose bodies do not regulate temperature as efficiently need to be checked on. Anyone with heart conditions or respiratory issues should avoid the cold as much as possible because the extreme cold can trigger health emergencies. The good news is that if you take these precautions seriously, if you dress properly with all exposed skin covered, if you limit your time outside, you can stay safe even in these extreme conditions. The danger comes from people who are unprepared, who underestimate how cold it really is, or who do not realize how quickly frostbite can develop. Do not be that person. Respect this cold. Now, let's talk about the snow, because on top of this dangerous cold, we have accumulating snow from 2 separate systems that will create travel problems. From the first clipper that moves through Thursday afternoon into Friday morning, here are the snow totals you can expect. The highest amounts from this system will be across Indiana and Illinois. Indianapolis could see 3 to 5 inches from this first clipper. Bloomington, Indiana, 4 to 5 inches. Fort Wayne, 3 to 4 inches. Lafayette, Indiana, 3 to 4 inches. In Illinois, Peoria could see 4 to 5 inches. Springfield, Illinois, 3 to 5 inches. Bloomington, Illinois, 3 to 4 inches. Champaign, 2 to 4 inches. Moving into Iowa, Cedar Rapids is looking at 2 to 4 inches from the first clipper. Davenport, 3 to 4 inches. Iowa City, 2 to 3 inches. Des Moines, 2 to 3 inches. In Ohio, Dayton could see 2 to 3 inches. Cincinnati, 3 to 4 inches. Columbus, 1 to 3 inches. In Kentucky, Lexington, 2 to 3 inches. Louisville, 1 to 2 inches. Charleston, West Virginia could see 2 to 4 inches. Now, when we add the second clipper that comes through Saturday, total accumulations increase significantly. Some areas are going to see their totals nearly double. The corridor from southwestern Indiana through central Ohio could see total accumulations of 6 to 9 inches from both systems combined. Indianapolis could see total snow of 5 to 8 inches. That is 3 to 5 from Thursday night plus another 2 to 4 Saturday. Cincinnati could see 6 to 8 inches total. Columbus, 4 to 6 inches total. Dayton, 4 to 6 inches total. Fort Wayne, 4 to 6 inches total. Des Moines could see a total of 4 to 6 inches from both clippers. Chicago, which misses most of the first one, could still see 3 to 5 inches total, mainly from Saturday's system. Rockford, Illinois, 3 to 5 inches. Peoria could see total accumulations of 5 to 7 inches. Champaign, Illinois, 4 to 6 inches total. Bloomington, Illinois, 5 to 7 inches total. Even areas further east will see accumulating snow. Pittsburgh could see 3 to 5 inches, mainly from the second system. Columbus, 4 to 6 inches. Wheeling, West Virginia, 3 to 5 inches. The second clipper reaches further into Pennsylvania, and even parts of Maryland could see 2 to 4 inches. On top of the clipper snow, we have lake effect snow that will be cranking downwind of the Great Lakes. Western New York south of Buffalo could see 12 to 16 inches of lake effect snow through the weekend. Areas in the typical lake effect belts from Hamburg through Springville could see localized amounts of 15 to 18 inches. South of Watertown, New York, and north of Syracuse, another bullseye could see 15 to 17 inches of lake effect. Erie, Pennsylvania could see 8 to 12 inches. Western Michigan, downwind of Lake Michigan, could see 6 to 10 inches in the heaviest lake effect bands. The combination of the clipper snow, plus the lake effect snow, plus the extreme cold, plus the wind, creating, blowing, and drifting, means travel is going to be extremely hazardous across this entire region. Interstate 80, from Iowa through Pennsylvania, will see periods of very difficult travel. Interstate 70, from Indiana through Ohio, will have snow-covered roads at times. Interstate 65, from Indianapolis south into Kentucky, will be hazardous Thursday night. Interstate 75 through Ohio will see difficult conditions. Interstate 90 through the lake effect snowbelts of New York will be nearly impassable at times. If you have travel plans for Thursday evening, Friday, or Saturday across any of these areas, you need to seriously reconsider. If your travel is not essential, postpone it. The combination of snow and extreme cold creates a dangerous situation where if you slide off the road or break down, you could be in a life-threatening situation very quickly in these temperatures. After this Arctic blast, the pattern is going to do a complete flip. As we move into the middle of December, around December 18th, we are looking at a major pattern change. That persistent cold pattern in the east is going to break down, and we are going to see well above average temperatures spread across most of the country. Some areas that are 40 degrees below average this weekend could be 20 to 30 degrees above average by next week. It is going to feel like a weather roller coaster, especially across the Midwest. The Climate Prediction Center outlook for the 8 to 14-day period shows above-average temperatures favored across most of the United States. We are talking about significantly above average, not just slightly warm. This warm pattern could potentially last through the Christmas holiday, though forecasts that far out have lower confidence. For anyone dreading this weekend's Arctic blast, just know that relief is coming, and it is coming fast. Within a week, we go from dangerous cold to well above average warmth. This is normal for this time of year as we transition from fall into winter. We get these big swings in the pattern. We will see more cold outbreaks later in winter, but for now, warmth is on the way after this event. Let me bring this all together with what you need to do. We have a serious and dangerous weather situation over the next 4 days. Multiple rounds of snow creating hazardous travel. Life-threatening cold and wind chills. This requires preparation starting right now. For snow, expect 2 to 4 inches common from Iowa through Indiana and Ohio from Thursday's clipper. Another 2 to 4 inches Saturday from the second clipper. Total accumulations of 4 to 8 inches possible in the hardest hit corridor from Indianapolis through Cincinnati. Lake effect adds another 12 to 18 inches in western New York. Travel will be extremely hazardous Thursday evening and again Saturday afternoon. For cold, Sunday morning is the peak with temperatures -15 to -30 across the northern plains and upper Midwest. Wind chills Saturday night into Sunday morning reach -40 to -50 in the coldest areas. This is life-threatening cold causing frostbite in under 10 minutes. Your preparation timeline. Today, Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday, are your preparation days. Today, get all errands done before the first snow arrives late afternoon, get groceries for several days, fill your gas tank completely, pick up medications. Tomorrow, Friday, between systems, do final preparations. Check your heating system. Get emergency supplies ready. Have flashlights and batteries. Make sure you have warm clothes and blankets. Saturday through Sunday morning, stay home if at all possible. Saturday, the snow makes travel dangerous. Sunday morning, the extreme cold makes even being outside dangerous. These are not days to test conditions or go out unless absolutely necessary. For your vehicle, if you must travel, full tank of gas, ice scraper and brush, small shovel, sand or kitty litter, emergency kit with blankets, extra warm clothes, hat and gloves, flashlight, phone charger, food and water. Let someone know your route and expected arrival. For your home, check heating system works now. Have backup heat ready, but never use generators indoors. Flashlights and batteries for outages. Extra food and water for 3 days. All medications. Charge devices. Know where warming centers are. Check on elderly neighbors. Bring pets inside. Make sure everyone knows the plan. Share this forecast. This is serious, but if you are prepared, you will be fine. The danger comes from being unprepared. Take this seriously. Respect the cold. Respect the hazardous travel. Prepare now. We will keep you updated. I will have another update tomorrow, Friday, with the latest on timing and any changes. Stay safe, look out for each other, and we will see you in the next one.